what's up guys, it's Zach. Welcome back to another episode of the implant series. This one we're going to be looking at the speed implants, or also known as the snakes. We're going to be looking at the high grades, and I've got a couple of really fun ships that I can show you the massive crazy bonuses. As always, the fits I'm going to show you is just like my stuff. You can go faster if you make like a full speed build or whatnot, but this is just especially for the Garmur one that I use quite a lot. Or did use quite a lot when I used to PvP a lot anyway. It's a bit of a budget Raiju, but I mean we were using these before the Raiju ever existed, so I think it's a good little ship in a group, not too good solo. But yeah, let's just get straight onto it. I'll just show you the fit real quick before we crack on. So we've just got Microwarpdrive, double damps. We've got a long point obviously because we're using light missile launchers, and the whole purpose of this fit is to orbit like wide around your target while damping them, and that means they can't target you, so you're pretty much invulnerable. Not really great solo, to be honest, but it depends what you're fighting, and you can get away with killing some really fun stuff even though the DPS is pretty low. So these really excel in like 3 or 4 of them in a group, right? And then maybe backed up by some like heavy DPS on your team. So the only really speed mod I run on mine is the Overdrive Injector. Like a T2 one's absolutely fine. I just use a dummy one on this just to maximize the speed, because generally I don't run with implants like when I'm in nullsec, right? But the standard shield meta fit is a little bit quicker than this, because you would have like a polycarb rig or something on there as well. So yeah, with that out the way, let's get a look at the implants then. So as always, we're going to have a look at the speeds with the implants, with all the extra implants you can get and boosters, and then we've got some Bifrost links to throw into the mix as well. Forgot to do that, and I got a couple of lads mentioned that it would be cool to show the command links. So yeah, thanks for that guys. We're actually using the right one as well. We're using the Bifrost, which does get bonus to the skirms as well. So yeah, that's really good. Nice feedback from you guys who seem to be really enjoying the series so far. But with that being said, let's just have a look at how it handles normally. Again, I'll put everything on the left hand side as we go through. So with no implants at all, the max velocity with this Microwarpdrive is 4,395. We're just going to round off the numbers here. We're not going to be going the pints and everything, or we'll be here all day. And heated, we're doing 6,301. Now that's pretty fast by itself, and that's, I think a lot of people think when you think of a Garmur, you're just going to think, oh, it's a fast little frigate or whatever. And these snake implants really do affect the Garmur like really well. Alright, let's take a look at the actual snake implants themselves. Now of course, because they're a set piece bonus, we need all of them plugged in to get the maximum amount of speed out of these implants. But basically as we go down the list, it's going to give secondary effects of maximum velocity in increments. And also it's going to give a primary effect of learning multipliers. So we get a 4 bonus to our perception, and we get willpower, charisma, etc. as you go down the list. So they're all sort of like learning implants, you could call them. And yeah, so the secondary effect on this is 0.5% to max velocity bonus. Doesn't sound a lot, but keep in mind these set effects as well. Set effect is 15% to the strength of all snake secondary implants as we go down the list there. So that's the alpha, the beta. We get 0.625% bonus to max velocity, sorry. And the delta, 0.875% bonus. See where this is going. And the gamma is 0.75. The epsilon is 1%. So basically increments all the way up with the set effects for all of them, and our learning multipliers as a primary effect. So the big one is the omega, guys, which is usually the most expensive one for the lot. And this implant does nothing by itself, but when used in conjunction with other snake implants, it will boost their effect, and that's a 200% bonus to the strength of all snake implants secondary effects. Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, the secondary effects, we're getting 200% bonus all the way down the list once they're plugged in. So that can add up to some pretty big speeds, right? So let's take a look at just having the implants plugged in themselves. Now, but I'll put all the numbers up on the side there so we can check it out as we go. So let's plug all those in. And so now we've got 5,482 cold. And if we heat, we've got 7,860. Now that's quite a substantial amount of extra speed. So that's it's pretty crazy. That's like 1,500-ish extra, and that's a lot for Eve. Like, I know it doesn't sound a lot, but especially in a ship like a little Garmur here, where it's like really agile and stuff, and we're going to be talking more about that like perk in itself on the imp, right? Because that's it's probably where it matters most. So of course, with being Eve, there is a lot more you can actually do to make your ship go faster. And with this one, we've got some secondary like hardwires we can use. So there's one here called Zor's Custom Navigation Hyperlink. This one drops from Zor himself from the level 4 missions. I think it's not too expensive. There is 2 types. But this one just gives a flat 5% bonus to Afterburner and Microwarpdrive speeds. And then we've got Agency, which gives us a 9% to max velocity. That's pretty big, right? So they're pretty expensive as well, though. That's the Dose 5. And then we've got the OG speed boost in the game, the Quaif Zero. And it's called a Classic now because there is 2 types. And this gives us a flat 5% speed as well. And it lasts for an hour, this one, so it's pretty good. Although they are pretty expensive. I think they're like almost like 25, 30 mil or something. But again, if you're going for like flat out speed, and you've got like a really expensive ship, I don't think like an extra 20, 30 mils too bad. Especially like 5% of the overall bonus is pretty good, right? So let's plug these guys in and take a look at what they do. So we'll consume. Oh. So we're going to plug that in and consume. There we go. So now cold, we're doing 6,547. And hot, we're doing 9,404. That's just absolutely crazy, isn't it? Alright guys, we're still not done yet. We can't actually go faster. So just imagine you're flying this on TQ and you've got a fleet together and someone's in a command SE, mainly the Bifrost here. So this actually gets a bonus to the skirmish command burst effects. So it's like 2% per level, I think. Yeah, so that's per level. So at max level, obviously you're doing quite a lot. And with a command burst on and rapid deployment charge. Now what this does is give you a full 12% like more speed. So now if we bring up our little Garmur here. So this is the effects. We've got the links in there. Now if we overheat the Microwarpdrive, you can see we can do like 11,709. Now that's absolutely crazy. With the standard fit, I think you do around 12.5k with the usual shield fit and the speed rig, and then the overdrive with the nano and the low. So yeah, these things can make an absolute crazy difference. And also you can go faster if you use the new login drugs, like the Holycon drugs or whatever, because you can get like loads of like extra speed bonuses from that, which I haven't really got access to on the Thunderdome server, which I'm doing this vid on. So yeah, pretty insane speed. So like imagine like the base speed for this heated with no implants, if we just look back here, was 4,395. Now let's have a look at it unheated. Now standard here, now it's like double that, which is just crazy, like 8,315, like without any heat or anything. So yeah, you can make some like crazy speed builds. Again, you can go a lot faster than the Garmur if you just specifically fit it for heat speed. But yeah, I just thought that was a cool little thing just to show you guys. Now let's move on to the more extra special thing we've got to show you, which is the imp. And this thing is just absolutely insane. Alright guys, there's the imp, and man, look at this thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. One of the best looking UDicals in the game in my opinion. It's sort of like a succubus with the other thing. So this is an Alliance Tournament Interceptor prize ship. Absolutely fantastic. Seen one of these solo a super carrier, or a carrier, I can't remember which one it was, but either way it was still impressive, the guy that was flying it. I'll try and find the vid and link it in the description. But this, much like the succubus, gets a bonus to the afterburners and things. And it's pretty fast off the bat. I mean, with no implants or anything, it's 3,442. Obviously, it's an Alliance Tournament ship. It's meant to be like OP. Then if we heat, we can go 4, 8, 3, 8. So one thing I just want to quickly mention. I didn't mention that obviously abyssal afterburners and stuff exist, so we can actually go even faster than what we were looking at before in Microwarpdrives and things, so that's just something else to keep in mind. I should actually see about rolling some for maybe for the next implant video. Could be a good idea, depending on what shit we're doing. So yeah, this is a pretty crazy, like off the bat, right? So you can't get scrammed in this thing. Obviously webs are still an issue, but it's very good. Very, very good. So let's just plug everything in. Let's just go the full hog here. You can see what the other bits did on the last section going through with the Garmur. So let's just get everything in there. So now heated up, we're doing 7,205, which is pretty mad. Again, I'll put all the stuff on the left hand side with all the rest of the numbers. And then if we just drag Python over again, we've got the imp here. So with the skirm links we've got in with the afterburner cold, 6,408. And then if I bring it up heated, it's 8,893 meters per second, guys. Now that is just absolutely insane. And again, it can go higher with the other holocron drugs and the like abyssal roll stuff. So yeah, it's pretty naughty, this boat. This is one of the ones I would probably have on TQ myself, you know, but again, it's like a frigate hull and it could just get like popped pretty quick depending on what you are doing. I really love this hull just to look at. I would like one just to sit in me like collector's like hanger somewhere. Be pretty nice. Alright guys, I think that covers pretty much everything. Again, we can go faster, just depends on your fit. Definitely give that Garmur a try, guys, or have one in your fleet. It's absolutely crazy to fly and awful if you're fighting against it, depending on the circumstances. Thanks for sticking with the vid for this long. I know there was tons to go over, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.